Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. In this video, I want to talk about the Sigma FP camera, why I actually got it in the first place. Now, the reason, of course, for me anyway, is because of the Sony FS700R cinema camera. I know this is a 12 years old camera, but when combined with the Sigma FP camera, these two are a match in heaven. Let's talk about it right now. Alright, so here it is, the Sigma FP camera. Now the reason, of course, why I bought this camera is because I have the Sony FS700R, and both of these cameras can output Dng Raw. I love Dng Raw because when I drag the video file to my DaVinci Resolve 17, it works perfectly. It's very fast to edit. And I really like the fact that it's 12-bit 4K, and that allowed me to have a flexibility in my color grading. And of course, being able to record in 4K using the SSD on this Sigma FP is amazing. And then of course on my Sony FS700R, record directly to the Ultimate Shogun Inferno. Now, let me talk about the Sony FS700R and give you the reason why I bought my Sigma FP. Now initially when I got my camera is this Sony FS700R. It's an amazing cinema camera, even though it's a 12 years old cinema camera. It's very affordable now. If you get on eBay, you probably can get it under $1,500. Now that does not include, of course, the Ultimate Shogun Inferno, but even this one, the Inferno, you can get it probably under $800. So combined together, you can get it under $2,300 US dollars, which is amazing because you have now a feature camera that has the ND filter built in. You have a RAW that you can output at 12-bit, whether you want it ProRes RAW or whether you want it DNG RAW 12-bit 4K. And that's DCI, by the way, the standard true 4K. It can also do 60p and 120p. Now with the 120p 4K, it can only do around 8 seconds, I believe. But I normally don't record in 4K anyway. Now usually I record in 2K or 2.7K, which is a standard for cinema quality videos. It can do 2.7K at 240 frames per second at 12-bit RAW, which is amazing. This is just absolute a beast of a camera, even though it's 12 years old. Now I was looking for a camera that would match this cinema camera, Sony FS700R, because the Sony FS700R is okay in low light. Like if I turn on the S-Log to 2000 ISO, I can record pretty good in the evening in a low light scenario. However, I want a situation where I want to film where there's just one source of light, like a match or a flashlight, or those lantern, or maybe in a fireplace where there's no other source of light. And of course, the Sony FS700R wouldn't be able to do that. The only camera that's affordable, for me anyway, is the Sigma FP. Okay, so the Sigma FP can do the RAW 12-bit DNG, and then of course it's a full frame, and I can adapt different type of lens like the Nikon or the Sony A mount lens that is very wide aperture at 1.4, 2.8, those kind of aperture that is available if you are okay with manual focusing, which that's what I do anyway. I do manual focusing. So this camera opens up more possibility for filming in a situation where there's not a lot of light. And this camera, the Sigma FP, can do that. It is equivalent to the Sony A7S II in terms of low light capability. But remember, this is a 12-bit camera RAW, so you have an even better feature than the Sony A7S II because that's an 8-bit 422 camera, where this is a 12-bit 422 camera doing RAW, which is absolutely amazing. In fact, I'm not sure if it's actually 422, maybe 444 because it's RAW. I have to check on that for you, but for sure it's 12-bit 422 RAW DNG. Now that's amazing because that is exactly what I wanted with my Sony FS700R. Both of these cameras can do DNG RAW 12-bit, and it will match perfectly, especially if one is filming day and evening and this one can film at night. And because I have a lens compatibility, I'm using Nikon, I'm using Sony A mount, these two is a match in heaven. In addition, this is a full frame camera, whereas the Sony FS700R is a crop sensor, which is okay because, you know, when you're filming daytime and evening, that's more than adequate for, you know, capturing all the lights for the scene. Whereas this one here, the full frame Sigma FP, for low light or night scene, this is a perfect camera to have, and it can do both 12-bit DNG RAW, just like the Sony FS700R. So that really is the main reason why I bought the Sigma FP and the Sony FS700R. And the price is also perfect as well. It's 1/3 the price of FX3 or the A7S3, or 1/5 the price of the FS6. And for my purpose, that's all I need. I want to do the manual focus, DNG RAW 12-bit, matching with my Sony FS700R. Combining these two cameras, there's no cinema camera that can be this affordable. Especially you're able to adapt different lenses like the Nikon, the Sony A mount lens. It's just perfect. And now I can't complain, I don't have the gear for it. I have all the gear needed to do short film and even documentary film or in feature film. It's just that motivation, right? You gotta go and film. And that's all it is, okay? So look at your camera gears and find out what you have. You'll be surprised you don't need the latest, greatest camera. In fact, if you know how to do research, and this is why when I watch YouTube videos on all these experts, like YouTubers, like Gerald Undone or whoever it may be, you know, you gotta look at your situation, whatever camera fits you. What gear do you have? See, for me, I have the Sony FS700R, and I need to find a camera that matches it. That happened to be the Sigma FP. And these two, again, like I told you, it's a camera that's made to be perfect together. All right? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video also, please give a little heart of appreciation. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.